Now, an 8 on your side investigation. Foster kids, rides to nowhere.
Tonight, Governor Rick Scott is sounding off about foster kids held in cars day after day in a gas station parking lot. That's instead of going to school or a foster home. The governor's not happy about what we uncovered, and he's not the only one in Tallahassee expressing concern.
A leading child advocate says Eckerd Connects needs to be held accountable, and not just the Hillsborough foster care agency that Eckerd fired this week. Mark Douglas is back with an update on the growing controversy over foster care.
Keith and Stacey, I understand that decision makers from here to Tallahassee are now talking about solutions, and that's a good thing. But we're still trying to get to the bottom of who let this happen in the first place.
Our investigation revealed that week after week, day and night, caseworkers kept foster kids in cars at this Wawa gas station on Waters Avenue. That meant no school, no therapy, no place to call home.
They're not getting the things that they need by sitting in a car with a case manager or a transporter each day.
Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm a father and now a grandfather, and you want every child to be treated with respect, to have the opportunity to fulfill whatever their dreams are. DCF is going to make sure they hold people accountable.
Tuesday, Eckerd Connects fired Youth and Family Alternatives, the contractor Eckerd hired to provide foster care to more than 1,700 kids in Hillsborough County.
Well, it's very disturbing.
Roy Miller is a leading advocate for kids in Florida.
Just firing another subcontractor isn't going to solve the problem.
Miller says Eckerd promised reform last year after we revealed another Eckerd contractor warehoused foster kids day and night at this Tampa teen center. Eckerd shut down that teen center after we exposed brawls and the beating of a caseworker. And now this.
Putting children in cars and gas stations is much worse than that.
Miller insists the firing of YFA doesn't solve anything because Eckerd remains as the lead agency.
Yes, Eckerd does bear responsibility, and they need to be held accountable, just as Youth and Family Alternatives should be held accountable.
Eckerd managers aren't taking any blame for holding kids at Wawa, but they concede it is their job to make sure there's a home for every foster child.
You're absolutely right, Mark. It's Eckerd Connects in the Tampa Bay region to find those placements, but Eckerd Connects has consistently found placement for these hard-to-place kids.
Believe that the secretary should rethink his decision not to do a full investigation. They really need to get to the bottom of this. This is a recurring problem.
At this point, the only investigation that we know of that's underway is an abuse complaint involving abandonment after Eckerd found out YFA was turning foster teens loose with bus passes and failing to supervise them for long periods of time.
So what's being done about the placement problem for these foster kids, the ones at the gas station?
Well, that's a good question. Eckerd insists that it had places all along for these kids to stay, but YFA just wasn't doing a good job of finding them. Now, there was an emergency shelter set up last October. It lasted less than a month before it crashed because of behavior problems and management issues. And after that shut down, as far as we can tell, there are no alternatives. So that's a big problem. That's still a hole in the system. There's no place for these hard to manage kids to go.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.